Welcome to this guided meditation. I'm Anne Ahokangas. So take a moment and relax and just get yourself comfortable. And know that you are life itself. So become aware of your body. Now notice your breath as it moves in and out, naturally, unforced. You are here. You are here in this now moment. Release all your concerns for the day and just simply allow yourself to do nothing. Don't do anything at all. Just sit and relax. Just a simple knowing that you are here now, and here is all there is. Allowing your senses to be open as they just naturally function by themselves, without your attention, intention, or assistance. Calmly, you just relax and allow yourself to be. There's no hurry. There's no waiting. There is no sense of what will come or what is next. There is no concern for this. You are simply here, relaxed, with no expectations. No concentration or engaging on any ideas. Releasing all sense of time, such as the past. Whatever is past is gone. Say thank you to it and release it. And know whatever may be called the future is only imagined. There is only here and now. And in this now moment is the greatest power of all. Releasing all history, just being in the now. In this place, there is no time. Recognizing that we may perceive as things in life appear and disappear, come and go. But for now, there is nothing to pursue, nothing to follow. Say to yourself, I am. I am. Feel the completeness in this. Who you are did not become in steps or stages. You are, have always been, and will always be. Feel the sense of being, the feeling, I am. There's no need to add a story to it. Just sense this existence. You are a part of this eternal sense of existence, not separate from it. And also, you are aware of all that comes and goes. Notice that the watching of what appears and disappears takes place in this now moment. For this now moment is not appearing and disappearing. Simply the thoughts and images are. For you are simply here now. And noticing your breath as it is happening in this absolutely beautiful space of being. And all your senses are functioning in this space of being. Noticing your body and realizing that you are more than this body. Observing your senses. You are so much more than the senses. Observe your thought. You are separate from these thoughts. You are the observer and the thinker. Observe your mind. You are more than just your mind. You are beyond mind. Observe your experience. You are beyond experience. Observe change. You are yourself, unchanging. Take a moment to remember you're not waiting. There is nothing to come that can give you anything more than what you already have, that can give you anything more than what you already are. You may ask, am I merely dreaming? Imagining? Or simply noticing and observing? Your body is here. You may notice this body, or notice something else. It makes no difference to the awareness that is you. You are not the size of your body, nor its shape. And yet through this body, you have the sense of being here, with hands and fingers. You have a sense of others, of the vast world. And you are a small part of it, and yet all of it, all at the same time. As the person, you are inside this body. As consciousness, this body is inside of you. It has always been like this, and shall always be. If you notice any stress in the body, it is a sensation. Become aware of this. And know it is not you. It is merely a sensation arising in the body. You may call it yours, but these sensations come and go. As all things that are perceived and observed come and go. Allow yourself to flow in your natural rhythm. There is no need to struggle with your mind or push away thoughts. Allow them to float by like clouds, and simply remain as the self, as you are now. Everything is in place for life to unfold in its natural way, for there is divine order. As you take a deep breath in, remember that you are not separate from life. You are life itself. You are life itself. Now release any concentration or focus on objects, and just rest inside your own stillness, your own source, your own self. Notice this perfect now moment. And remember, there is nothing to become. Nothing to change or fix. Nothing to keep or push away. There is no better place to be. No self to become or unbecome. Knowing this, allow your joy to be complete. Simply be here now, for you are here. Notice this feeling of being here. Notice how it is so much more than a geographical location. Simply, you are here with yourself. Undivided, perfect, whole, complete, happy. Releasing all stories, for they're not needed. Releasing all victories and defeats. Allow yourself to confirm your own completeness. Allow yourself to understand that in this completeness, you may enjoy the world without fear. Here it just is. You are not a victim or a victor. You are pure awareness. Pure awareness in this field of consciousness. Releasing all concerns, all need for approval, all need for justification. Allow yourself to become accustomed to being empty and yet full. You are simply here. So allow these words, the essence of what you have experienced and heard, grow inside your heart. And return to you multiplied as a magnificent life. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is.
Good morning. Hello. Welcome to Unity, and thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Deborah Castle, and I'm going to be your presider today. And today we have some very special guests, so thank you for joining us. From Unity Halton Peel in person and online, and of course, our friends for Unity York Region. So let's begin with our first songs. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is the first time. Experience greater peace, purpose, and we're exploring experiencing greater peace, purpose, belonging, joy, and the possibility as you awaken to your true nature. When you remember who you truly are, everything changes. Now we'll hear our first songs. Thank you.
So our first. Okay, technical stuff. All right. Our first song is Here I Am by Candida Rose. Here we go. I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am here, I have arrived, so here I am. Forever I've been searching, from without within, learning to appreciate the wondrous scan I'm in. I'm finding all those qualities I've hidden for so long. Now it's time to let them loose and share them in this song. I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am here, I have arrived, so here I am. Let the Spirit sing through me. It's waited long enough to get the message out there. Even though the times are rough, there's abundance all around us. There's no need to look too far. Unpack the gifts, it's God in you, showing you are. I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am here, I have arrived, so here I am. Let His Spirit sing through me. It's waited long enough to get that message out there. Even though the times are rough, there's abundance all around us. There's no need to look too far. Unpack the gifts God gave to you. Show them who you are. I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am here, I have arrived, so here I am, so here I am, so here I am, so here I am. I have faith, I have hope, I have peace, I have love, I am power, I am here, I have arrived. Here we go. So I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter. I am peace, I am love. I am light, I am power. I am here, I have arrived. So here I am. Sorry, lost myself for it. All right. So our next song is "I Love Myself the Way I Am" by Jai Joseph. Love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Love you just the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage and tears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. Love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I judge are done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. I love myself the way I am, and still I wanna grow. But change outside can only come when deep inside I know I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. I love myself just the way I am. You're beautiful and capable of being the best you can be. And I love you just the way you are. 'Cause I love myself just the way I am. So I love you just the way you are. And we can love the world just the way it is. Oh, I love myself just the way I am. There you go. All right, thank you. And our third song for the day is "There Is Only Love" by Karen Drucker. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, I would go inside and quiet my mind, and I'd hear spirits say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only there is only love.
And from this beautiful place, join with me in this opening intention. There is only love, and I am an individualized expression of love. And it is love that guides, heals, supports, and is my life. And it is from this beautiful place that I recognize infinite possibilities are mine. For love is expansive. Love is joy, peace, and everything in between. So with a grateful heart, I release these thoughts into the law of mind action, knowing even more of this experience is attracted into my life. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is.
Okay, this week's inspiration. We are born with only obligation to be completely who we are. Yet, how much of our time is spent comparing ourselves to others, dead and alive? This is encouragement as necessary in the pursuit of excellence. Yet a flower in its excellence does not yearn to be a fish, and a fish in its excellence does not long to be a tiger. But we humans find ourselves always falling into the dream of another life. Yet when we compare ourselves to others, we only experience the tension of comparing, as if there is only 1 ounce of being to feed all our hungers. But the universe reveals its abundance most clearly when we can be who we are. Mysteriously, every weed and ant and every living creature has its unique anatomy of being, which, when given over to us, is more than enough. Of course, history is the humbling story of our misbegotten inflammation. Oh, that's weird. The truth is the corrective story of how we embrace each other and forgive ourselves for not accepting our beautifully particular place in the fabric of all there is. Nepo Mark, the Book of Awakening, Have the Life You Want, Being Present to the Life You Have. Right. And now our next song.
I was enthralled by the message. Thank you. So our next song is now by Harry Lewis. It is where I belong. I am healed. I am whole. I am waking. Now I can see. I can get all I need. It is here within me for the taking. Now I unfold and I feel in my soul I am free, I am whole, I am making every day. I was lost and alone, like a leaf on the ocean, tossed here and there, feeling fear and despair, mixed emotions. Then I woke up one day, I decided to pray. I stopped running away. Now I believe I can give and receive endless love, endless peace, endless pleasure. Now only faith from my heart radiates to all the world. I embrace without measure every day. This I vow, here and now. I am love. I am life.
That was outstanding. So here's a question for you. Are appreciation, thankfulness, and gratitude really the same thing? No, because I hope to answer it for you. But I want you to think about it. Answer it in your mind. Because I think there are a lot of people who interchange those words. And really, we're all about learning how we are one with all that is. And so our words really affect how we respond to and are responded to by this energy that we live in. So let's take a look at those three first. Appreciation is about seeing. It doesn't require receiving anything to appreciate. You can appreciate a sunset, another person's kindness, great music, your own health, a beautiful painting. It simply means you recognize its value. So appreciation is awareness. Thankfulness, however, is usually with a direction. Someone gives, someone receives. I'm thankful to you. There is a giver and a receiver. If someone holds a door open, I'm thankful. It naturally implies a relationship, somebody and me, right? And gratitude is deeper. It isn't just saying thank you, it's an inner state of being. When I think of the word gratitude, I feel it in my body. It's an inner state. And you can be grateful even when no one is standing in front of you. Research tells us that gratitude changes our brain chemistry because it shifts our attention toward what is already present. Gratitude becomes a way of seeing life. So appreciation is of the mind. Appreciation says, that's beautiful. Thankfulness is in the heart. Thankfulness says, thank you. Gratitude is of being. Gratitude says, wow. So who are you thanking on this spiritual journey? I remember a girlfriend of mine years ago who used to always just go, thank you, as though somebody up there was the one to thank. I don't believe that, do you? And if you do, that's okay. But hopefully what I talk about today is going to kind of have you think about things slightly differently. We're going to look at the evolution of spiritual consciousness. How can you grow from where you're at? So this talk is about the evolution of gratitude into recognition, not just being grateful, but what are you being grateful for? What is that gratitude about? So we're going to go beyond gratitude from thank you to recognizing. And it's not a new answer, it's just a better question. And I don't know about you, but I've found that when someone asks me a better question about something, I have an answer because it naturally resides in me. But if that question wasn't posed, then it doesn't always even occur to me. So I found myself saying thank you this week. And then I became curious. Who am I talking to? If I'm one with all that is, who am I talking to? So if there's only one, who receives the gratitude? Who offers the gratitude? Where is the boundary between the giver and the receiver in oneness? Maybe I've misunderstood gratitude all along. Maybe you have too. And it's not politeness and it's not a spiritual technique. Maybe it's the feeling that naturally arises when consciousness recognizes itself. It's an interesting idea, isn't it? For years, I've encouraged people to keep gratitude journals, and I still do. Research tells us that gratitude changes our brain. It increases optimism, reduces stress, strengthens relationships, and helps us notice what is already going well in our lives. And that's excellent. Gratitude is a beautiful spiritual practice. Recently, I found myself asking the question that I'd never asked before. I was saying thank you, then I stopped and I wondered, who am I thanking? If there's only one life, one presence, one mind, one infinite intelligence, who is saying thank you, who's receiving thank you? Have you ever thought of that? And who's receiving it? If I'm one with all that is, who's receiving it? Me. So let's explore the possibility that gratitude is arriving at a receptive state of awareness that allows recognition. It's like a bridge getting you to the place when you become aware that you're not thanking something out there. You're not grateful for something out there that has provided for you. You're thanking the essence of who you are. Or are you? Perhaps it's the bridge to the realization of something even deeper. Gratitude begins in relationship is something I'd like to look at. Gratitude evolves into recognition once you've posed that question to yourself, and recognition is the language of oneness. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying thank you. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, gratitude is one of the healthiest practices that we can develop. When someone opens a door for us, we say thank you. When a friend brings a meal, we say thank you. Most relationships naturally express gratitude and appreciation. Spiritually, many of us begin exactly the same way. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. And we do this because somehow we're letting it in, but it was already there. Thank you, source. Where is it? That language is beautiful because it shifts your attention away from lack and towards abundance, and it softens your heart. It reminds us that life is supporting us. I mean, this whole idea, and I know I'm in sort of a nebulous place because maybe you haven't thought about this, and you cannot quantify it in any way, but it changes everything when you can recognize that you are one with all of this. There isn't anything outside of you that you're waiting to have notice you. It's right here, right now. It's who you are. Gratitude is the doorway to recognizing that, to remembering that. So here's an example. Imagine a child learning to ride a bicycle. At first, they need training wheels. Those training wheels are not wrong. They're essential. But one day the child discovers balance, and the training wheels did exactly what they were supposed to do. Gratitude's the same thing. So that was the wrong slide, I guess. So here, let's go again. So one day the child discovers balance. The training wheels did exactly what they were supposed to do. Gratitude's like that. It teaches us to stop focusing on what's missing. I don't know about you, but I get caught up in the what's missing a lot. What I don't want rather than what I would choose to experience instead. And it allows us to start noticing what's present. What's really working? What's really fantastic? What's really great? It prepares your consciousness for something deeper. Because as soon as I have the mode, and we say in Unity, what you focus on grows. If I have the mode that I'm grateful that I'm one with all that is, then that awareness of the all that is and how supportive and loving it is starts to show up. I haven't changed anything except my own mindset, my own openness. So gratitude evolves eventually into recognition. And that's why having a gratitude journal is a great idea, because it's the stepping stone to getting to that place of recognizing that what is it that I'm actually grateful for? Eventually, something extraordinary begins to happen too as you practice that. You no longer experience yourself as separate from life. Maybe moments you do, but generally it starts to be a different way of living and being. So let's begin with one fundamental premise. There's one life. We teach that here. New Thought teaches that. Jesus taught that. And yet, do we really get it? If that is true, then who is thanking whom? Imagine a wave saying, "Thank you, ocean, for carrying me." Seems ridiculous. It's a beautiful sentiment until the wave realizes I'm the ocean expressing as a wave. The appreciation doesn't disappear, it changes. It becomes wonder. My husband, Reverend Randy, uses the word wondrous. That was never in my vocabulary, but it is now, like awe and wondrous are there because it is so wondrous. A wave no longer says, thank you for carrying me. It delights in the realization that every movement has always been the movement of the ocean itself. And it's one with that. So does your left hand thank your right hand for helping carry groceries? No. And that's the closest we can get to a personal experience of oneness. Not because appreciation disappears, but because they belong to one body. The whole body carried the groceries, the back, the legs. What if humanity's like that? What if life is one body expressing through billions of unique individuals? We can't prove it, but we do believe that that's true, those of us that are up here preaching this idea, because I've had examples in my life that aren't explainable in any other way than this idea that there is this oneness and that it responds to me because it is me. Perhaps gratitude isn't something that we give, is something to consider. Perhaps it's what naturally arises when we remember who we really are. It takes gratitude and kind of turns it on its ear, doesn't it? So recognition is the language of oneness. And what I mean by that is when I believed I was separate, I prayed, thank you for loving me. Today I find myself saying something different. I recognize love as what I am. And I'm grateful for that. So notice the shift. One receives, the other recognizes. That doesn't make gratitude wrong. It allows gratitude to deepen to something so much more. So Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. And we in Unity certainly believe that heaven is a state of consciousness that is joy and peace and harmony and abundance and all good things. And if that's within each of us all of the time, then that means that because it's in you and you and you, it's everywhere. So it is in that oneness. And I'm there and you're there. In New Thought, we understand heaven not as a destination, but as a state of consciousness. We don't arrive there someday. We reveal it by taking away all of the negative and the belief systems that it isn't there. It's the awareness of our oneness with life. And as we awaken to that awareness, we don't become one. We simply remember that we have always been one. And that's that subtle distinction. It's not like all this work that I've done spiritually, now I've become one with source, resource, life, whatever you want to call it. I recognize that I'm already there. I've always been there. You've always been there. The illusion of separation actually dissolves. I mean, there are moments. You have to actually build it into your life and build it into your experiences so that it happens more frequently. That's part of what the spiritual journey is about. What remains is peace, love, wholeness that have always been our true nature. And that's why it's so encouraging to read spiritual texts and do things like meditation and come to talks like this as a reminder that, yes, in the busyness and craziness of the world where there are a lot of people who are just thinking me, 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 that there is this beautiful essence that really is everything. Have you ever stood before an incredible sunset? I watched a movie last night, and it was a gentleman explaining to a little boy how when you watch the sunset on the ocean, that there is a flash of turquoise just as it goes below the horizon. Has anyone seen that and experienced that? I have about half a dozen times. But you have to be on the ocean where it's the water. But it's as though it says its final flash of goodbye as it disappears behind the horizon. So the next time you're in that kind of situation, look for that turquoise flash. So did you stop and think, who should I thank when you look at a sunset? You simply stood there in awe and wonder. Words become unnecessary. There was only wonder. Yeah, that first flash that I saw, and it was like, wow, how did you know that it was there? And you know what? It's being in the now, being present in the moment that you start to recognize these types of moments all the time. It's what happens when your awareness expands. And that's what we're doing, aren't we? Gratitude doesn't disappear. It becomes this silent recognition of my connection with everything and everyone. There's simply life appreciating itself. So here's a practical application for you. This week, I'd like to invite you into an experiment. Instead of changing your gratitude, whatever practice that might be, expand it. Instead of writing, I'm grateful for peace, say, I recognize peace as my true nature. I recognize peace is a choice because it already resides in me and I can choose it. Instead of saying thank you for abundance, try I recognize abundance expressing as life. So you might say, well, I'm struggling financially or in some way where it doesn't seem to be quite so abundant. There are lots of things that are abundant in your life, even when you notice that there are things that you think are missing. And I would invite you to start to look at that. What do I have a lot of? What am I experiencing a lot of? Because that's abundance. Instead of, thank you for loving me, I recognize love expressing as me. And that can even be to someone that is in your life. Because the love in you is the love in that other person. Notice how different those statements feel. One comes from a relationship, separation, and the other comes from identity. So neither is wrong. One simply represents the next stage of awareness. And so if you're having these glimpses of that oneness, yahoo! Because as you notice them, you're going to have more of them. That's the way it works. Our spiritual journey isn't about becoming closer to infinite presence. It was in the beginning, maybe. I remember someone asking me early in my spiritual journey, I want to know God. And I remember saying to her, you are. She went, what are you talking about? But there comes a time when you can say, yes, I am. And I'm also all the possibilities that are beyond what I am in this moment, because it's ever evolving. So it's remembering that you've never been separate, even when you thought you were. You just put a bushel barrel over your head, as they say in the Bible. You hid your light, but the light was always there. Gratitude is a beautiful beginning. So keep it up, because it opens you to noticing more gifts. So recognition goes one step further. It reminds us that there has never been a giver and a receiver. And that maybe is a tough one to get your head around. There has only ever been one life, expressing itself as countless beautiful forms. So the next time you find yourself saying thank you, pause for a moment and ask yourself, who am I thanking? Because even the kindness of someone else is a reflection of who you are. Hear that. When someone does a kind deed, it's because that's what you're attracting, because that's who you are, and they are just participating as the greater part of you, showing you that, yes, you're right. Did I just give you pretzel brain? I hope so, because then you'll have something to think about. Because people show up as we are being, because we're all one. Then allow the question to become something deeper, not an answer, but a recognition. Your way in being in the world shows up exactly as your being, confirms it. So if you think you're alone, you're going to experience aloneness. And you're going to say, hey, Anne, I felt more alone this week than I have ever felt in my life, because that's where your focus was. So perhaps gratitude is not thanking Source for giving us life. Perhaps gratitude is life awakening to itself through us. Have you ever thought of it that way? And maybe that awakening is what Jesus meant when he spoke of the kingdom of heaven within. It isn't somewhere we go, it's something we remember. And when we remember it, we experience it even more. So we discover that joy and peace and love and abundance and wholeness were never absent, never. They have always been the very nature of the one life expressing itself as each one of us. Like that beautiful song that you sing so often, One Power. It speaks to that, doesn't it? The highest prayer is no longer simply thank you. It becomes, I recognize, I remember, I am. And then there's a sense of gratitude. It's like as wonderful things begin to occur in your life, you can say, I remember that as I am being, all of me is being the same. There is one infinite life expressing as all creation. So join with me in reading these next few slides. There is one infinite life expressing as all creation. Peace, love, wisdom, joy, beauty, and abundance are the nature of this one life, and they are the nature of me. I rejoice in my awareness of this eternal presence, expressing fully as my life. Every breath reveals wholeness, every moment radiates possibility, and every experience reflects the beauty of infinite expression. I move through life with a quiet confidence, compassion, and wonder. My heart sings as I remember who I am. I belong. I am whole. I am the expression of the one life. I rest in this awareness, knowing life unfolds in perfect order. And so it is. So remember, gratitude's the doorway, and recognition is the homecoming. You're coming home to yourself. Okay, so now's my favorite part of the talk. What are your thoughts? Those of you at home, please type something into the chat or into the comment section. And we'll begin with our presider since she's already mic'd. So what did you get out of this one, Deborah?
Thank you. Well, you know what? This happens every time. Seriously, I was reading a book and I wish I could remember the title of it now because I'm on the spot. But it was talking about how Carl Jung, the philosopher and new thought individual, he had this theory that if you spend 10 minutes every day writing in a journal, just writing, even if you just put down, I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing. And honestly, when he died, he had thousands of journals. So he was firmly convinced that this was where you need to be and how you need to focus your thoughts. And so I started back again this week doing it, and just things that come into your head, things that you've seen, meditations. And one of them was, I am love in action. And you sort of start with that. And instead of gratitude, you start to dip a little deeper into yourself. So it was quite inspirational, and definitely only begun, but I will continue.
Very nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Do you have anything, Celia, that you'd like to share?
I don't know if this is relevant or not, but listening to you, what it brought up was an experience I had a few years ago. And I had this busy, full day, and it was this gorgeous day outside. And I was arguing with myself, do I do what I'm supposed to do, or do I just pause? And I decided to just pause and to be in wonder of this glorious day. And so instead of rushing to do what I was going to do, I decided I was just going to have my breakfast outside, and I got it ready, and I walked out my door, and I noticed this gorgeous cardinal sitting on my kiwi vine, and I greeted the cardinal, and I glanced up, and there was a blue jay on my garage, and I greeted the blue jay. And then I went to my back patio and sat there and was just having my coffee and reading my book. And all of a sudden I hear this singing above me, and I look up, and there's this little chickadee there. And I said, oh, hello, I didn't see you there. And it looked at me. It was sitting on the lights between my tree. It looked at me, and I looked at it. And it flew down, and it landed on my coffee cup, and it took a sip of coffee. And I know that birds can't wink, but he had his head turned, so the blink looked like a wink. And he flew up, and it was just wonder. Like, it was just wonder, and listening to that little inner voice that told me to slow down and we shared a freaking cup of coffee, so we were one together. Anyway,
Beautiful.
So just your that thought came up really, really clearly as I was listening to your talk. And again, just the reframing of it, instead of gratitude for something out there, recognizing something within. So that's
Very nice.
what I have to
There's
say.
a few people at the back there if you want to take the microphone back.
Sure. And who may I?
It's Wanda.
How do it's what you just shared is peace on earth, because we're grateful for everything. And it's actually, when we can all feel that, we're creating. You just shared how to create peace, abundance, joy. You just shared how to create heaven on earth. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I had to, because I can see it. And I've always been able to see the big picture, but it's just awesome.
Thank you. Anybody
It's
else?
Amazing.
Anybody at home? Oh, good. Lots of comments from home.
Yes, there are lots of comments from home. So, shall I read them in order? I'm not sure.
However you want.
Well, I'm going to start with Reverend Pat Ball. She says, I recognize love expressing as me. And then she also told us, and this is some gratitude here, there are 17 watching on York Region with 12 from Halton Peel together, and 3 more hanging out on Unity Halton Peel's Zoom room. So that's quite a crowd
Very
there.
nice,
Very
yes.
grateful for that. And let's see, we have someone from Unity Halton Peel. I think it might be Wendy. Thank you, Reverend Ann, for lots to ponder this week. And Gertie. Thank you, Reverend Ann, for your depth of sharing and healing. And oh, here's another one. Boy, they're very chatty today. Thanks to York Region for welcoming Unity Halton Peel. We'll try to get everyone on the virtual bus in August and September. How cool is that? Personal note from Wendy. Hi, everybody. And note for Reverend Ann, the challenge in my experience has been noticing gratitude in challenging circumstances. I think that's everyone's.
Yes. And sometimes it's just gratitude of the awareness. That's where it begins. Because as soon as you know something is going on, you can make a choice. Bruce.
Yeah, I'll just say thank you, and I'm grateful, and I appreciate your lesson, okay? And what I got out of it is basically those words trigger the spirituality in your life. They raise you above your humanness. And then once you're raised above your humanness, then you can relate on a higher plane. Like then you do see life the way that really is, and you can be grateful and all those words. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, I've seen you grow in that way, Bruce, more and more, which is just fantastic. he just said he took all my classes. Well, I guess we need to teach another one then, huh? Anybody else? Yes, Emilio?
So I have, excuse me, I've always been practicing gratitude. And I, even after hot yoga, when I've tortured myself and sweated and, it's still aching, my body's still aching, but I'm grateful. Once I'm in the shower, I'm like, thank you, because it feels so good. It's like a relief. And I do that for a lot of things. I think thank yous, the gratitude, if I want to shift something because of errant thoughts I'm thinking, I think of something to be grateful for in that moment. And then this is like the practice that I'm trying, even in driving, because I drive a lot. When I'm thinking bad things about the driver in front of me or around me,
which is very rare.
Well, I see. Well, I shifted it at that moment. Just thank you, and then and bless them, and then I remember I am one with all that is. So there's no separation, and then and with that feeling of gratitude that I'm feeling, all of a sudden, like the traffic opens up for me, and then I'm off to do whatever. And it's wonderful.
It's wondrous, isn't it?
It is wonderful.
How that happens.
It's like magic. It's amazing. But I think it's part of really mastering like the concepts that Jesus taught.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's also known as Unity superpower.
Yes. And Celia, I think it's sweet. She was given the microphone, for those of you at home, and she says, oh, I'm not going to have anything to say. And now she's had the microphone twice already. Take it away from her. I am so grateful. And know that you can continue this conversation on Zoom. There's a link in the description box for those of you that are watching from home. And that will be the group from Halton Peel and from York Region. So you're welcome to that.
I do believe I'm on. All right. There's several ways to give. Oh, do I start with this? In Unity, we believe giving is an opportunity to align with the infinite flow of life. If this community nourishes you, inspires you, or supports your spiritual journey, we invite you to participate in that circulation today. And there are a number of ways that we can give. And if you could join me now in our prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all I give and all I receive. And so it is. All right, and today is birthday Sunday.
All right. So do we have any birthday celebrants in the hey? Laura and Sharon. Fantastic. And is it yours too? Oh my gosh. Hello, happy birthday. All right, so let's talk. Oh, yay. Okay. so let's sing the happy birthday song to our birthday celebrants here and over there. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everyone born in the month of July, especially Reverend Ann and Laura and Sharon who are here, and everyone out there. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. Woo! Yay. All right. So, and our last song for the service is I Am the Place Where God Shows Up by Eddie Watkins Jr. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. Sing. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Woo! Here we go. Keep clapping. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
For those of you that are staying and are here in person, I had ordered olives filled with almonds, and they came on Monday rather than last Sunday. So they are out there for you to try one and think about how abundant you are. And so know that I love you, and have a really great week. Bye for now.